Donald in Aurora, Illinois. Hey, Donald, what's on your mind?
Yes, hi, Tom. I was watching Donald Trump's economic plan, and prior to that, they showed his plan. Peter Navarro showed the plan. We put it on television screen, and my God, it looked just like what was going on during the Reagan years. Well, they admitted that it was, that Reagan is, they're kind of following Reagan.
Stephen Moore is one of his advisors. Stephen Moore was a Reagan advisor. I used to debate him on the radio all the time.
Then that explains it. But aside from that, now I'm a Hillary Clinton. I'm voting for Hillary. I would have voted for Bernie. Like I've always said, either one would have been fine with me because I'm after Supreme Court justices. They don't realize how important it is. And the thing is that if Donald Trump ever gets in, and the Supreme Court justices get in place, the very people that are voting today will not live long enough to ever see any Democrat hold a high office again. And anything, they could change things so much that you would never even be able to vote that party out. And I don't think they realize that. I'm a senior citizen. I'm also a veteran. And as far as Social Security and Medicare is concerned, I'm really afraid of that. I came down with colon cancer, and they performed the surgery on me. The colonoscopies alone, I would not have been able to afford, or the other treatments, let alone the surgery. Thank God for Medicare, and thank God for Social Security, because I'd have lost everything right now. That's how important it is to us seniors. I'm 68 years old, and I'm a Vietnam-era veteran. And the truth of the matter is, that's another thing, too. We don't need any more wars. Now, there's one thing I'm going to say that's going to probably, maybe you might disagree with me. I think we should improve our relationships with Russia, because Russia, as far as I'm concerned, we should have been buying oil from them rather than the Middle East. We wouldn't be having all these kind of problems, I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Donald. And I've had Stephen Cohen on this program a number of times talking about this. It's a topic that I tend not to engage a lot, but, just because I try to focus this show on domestic policy. But the old saying is a stop clock is right twice a day. Just because Donald Trump says we should normalize our relations with Russia or try to, doesn't mean that he's wrong.
Right.
You may not like Vladimir Putin. You may not like the fact that Russia's, at least 40 years behind the United States in things like rights for minorities, particularly gays, or, is behaving, at least with regard to their press, more like, in some ways, some third world countries than, first world democracies in Western Europe. But that doesn't make it an intrinsically evil country. I mean, for God's sake, we are supporting people in Saudi Arabia who cut people's hands off, and heads off for that matter, with giant swords every Friday in the public square in Riyadh and Jeddah. We're supporting dictatorships across the Middle East. We're supporting, real dictators, not
I'm glad you mentioned
elected dictators.
That's one thing I should have mentioned. And the truth of the matter is, one thing I hate, because I'm a veteran, this business of sending our troops to go die for democracies and freedom. Now, those are the catch-all words they use to get us in every damn conflict they want us to get into. Yep. They talk about having all these countries having open and free elections. That's something we don't even have here. Yep. We send our soldiers to go die for something that we don't even have over here. It's such a hypocrisy, and I think that should be brought forward to stop putting us in these damn wars under lies, and it's all pretense. And when all else fails, then they start bringing, how terrible these people are treating their people. We should let these governments handle themselves the way they normally do. We don't have to change the government. We don't have to change the way they handle their people, and especially, like, I hate to say this, when Russia, their people love their country. They don't seem
and they love President Putin. He's got an over 80% popularity rating.
There it is, right there.
So,
anyways, thank you so much, Tom.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the call, Donald. I appreciate it.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.